This is Lego, and this is Trailmakers. They look pretty similar, right? Well, yes, correct. They are both designed to allow you to put individual pieces together in order to create, well, pretty much anything you can think of. The only difference between these are that one is physically real and the other is a video game. And with the prices of Lego sets getting out of hand lately, I mean literally hundreds of dollars we are talking about here, it got me thinking, can I build a real-life Lego set in Trailmakers by using the Lego build instructions? Well, it's not that simple. Even though they look similar, there's actually quite a big difference between the two. For instance, look at this Lego 1x2, and then look at this Trailmakers 1x2. The Lego 1x2 is actually taller, and that's because of the Lego plate pieces. 3 plates combined together make a regular-sized Lego block. And Trailmakers, well, we don't have plates or tiles, but we do have this extremely thin armor block. Lego simply has hundreds of unique pieces that Trailmakers does not have. Not to mention, in Trailmakers, we are bound to an invisible building grid. But this doesn't mean we can't try, right? It just means we will have to compromise where we can. So, welcome to the series where I build Lego creations in Trailmakers. And in this episode, I will be building the Ferrari F40 supercar. Now this piece is set 76934, has 318 Lego pieces, and was made, this whole set was released in 2024. And I don't know, I just wanted a easier build to start off with. Cars are pretty simple to do in Trailmakers, and these sets aren't too big. So for this first episode, we're gonna try and build this Ferrari. But with these virtual instructions, we just gotta find where to start, and it looks like this page here is where to start. And immediately, how am I going to build? Like, I have to compromise so much. Like, with this custom piece, I genuinely need to, I don't know, I just gotta figure this out. I mean, I could do a platform like this, just because that is, it looks like a 6x6 area, but because it's lowered, you can actually see how this middle area is lowered compared to this. That is gonna be the tricky part. So I need to figure out how to replicate that in Trailmakers, and I think using these panel pieces might be the best option. However, things might not be as secure as I want it to be, but there we go. We're gonna put those flat like this, and then some more 1x3s on the outside just to make sure we get rid of those yellow markers that are telling me that things are not connected. And this piece here is this piece here. So this is actually, we need a 1x2. And I've just got to recreate that funny shape. And there we go. We have that weird base. So let's actually keep things painted. You can see these studs now. I just changed the texture of the block and we have those little square studs. So it's a little bit more like Lego. Now it looks like there's something weird going on here. I don't really know how to build that. So what we're going to do is just place a 1x4 down and I don't know, just paint it yellow, I suppose. Just so we can keep track of things, I'm going to rotate it the right way as well, corresponding to this arrow. And then we're moving on to the next set of instructions. And what is going on here? How am I supposed to... Oh, dude. I really got to, like, try my best to compromise with this a lot because I just don't have the plates. The plates are going to be the hardest thing to replicate. But I see that there is another block extending here, so we can just add another 1x4, paint that black. And I'm guessing this is going to be the seating area. Oh, okay. Page 6, we have some axles here. So these, I believe these will be the wheels. And to accomplish that, I'm guessing, well, we need to get like the panel underneath. So we'll paint this gray. And to replicate this... We're just going to use some hinges. We're going to paint these hinges gray, and we're going to call it a day. There we go. Those hinges are where we're going to connect our wheels. Okay, so far so good. What is going on here? Yeah, I'm just going to skip until we can, like, find the next actual available piece to put down because, like, for example, on these instructions, there's a lot of tile pieces trying to bulk up the shape, and because I don't have tiles, I just need to wait till there's an actual big piece to put on top like that. Ooh. Are these going to be the seats? I'm pretty sure these are going to be the seats, right? And they are in red. So you know what? I'm actually going to put down 2 blocks here and paint them red. Well, these panels are going to be temporary, just to so I know where the seat's going to be. So there we go. We got those red pieces. Also, by the way, the interior part of this black piece is odd width, and there's like this middle gray thing. There is no way I'm doing that in Trailmakers. This is not happening. Oh, we got some more things getting built up at the back here. So what I'm going to do is paint that the sandy color. Looking good, looking good. And what on earth is happening here? Is this supposed to be like the handbrake? Yeah, like I said, there's just no chance I'm putting that in there. There are some pieces on the front of here, so I'm just gonna try and put those on. You know what? We're gonna paint this part yellow, and then we have, it looks like we have some pieces sticking out the side here, or on the back. So we just kind of need the connection points, right? So there we go, right. It's a little longer than the image, but, you know, we have to compromise. Oh, things are getting interesting. There's another plate up here. Just keep scrolling. Oh, there we go. There's a big block. Right, we actually have something to do. Now, that looks like it's over here. I don't... I'm just going to put it here for now. This giant block here. An actual normal-sized Lego brick. And there's some connection pieces on the sides. Oh, okay. So how I'm going to pull this off is just using the tiles. Tiles are a Trailmaker's best friend. And those go on both sides. And we're going to paint them red, because we're doing a red Ferrari. Page 21, we have the back set of wheels. So to do that again, I'm just going to put this underneath. And we need the axle pieces. I'm not going to use hinges, because I'm assuming this is the back. So instead of that, we're going to use a pipe piece. And paint that sandy as well, that sandy desert color. Oh, and I'm also going to do the hinges because, you know, why not? Let's keep things symmetrical. There you go. Some more interesting things happening here. I don't really know what to say. I think this is going to be some kind of connection for the back of the car. We also have these flat 1x3 plates that I have no idea how to replicate. I'm just going to do this. This is going to be the blockiest version of a Lego Speed Champions car. Oh, okay. Things have leveled out now. They've actually put that plate on the top, so everything is the same level. And it looks like, I don't know if these are supposed to be brake lights or exhausts, but how I'm going to do that is, I guess we are just going to use the light block. And if they turn out not to actually be the lights, then I'll have to change them. But let's paint those red. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking that because the wheels are 3x3, I might have to just jut this out a little bit. It's just going to have to stretch out. Unfortunately, that's the case. Oh, wheel arches. We actually have those in Trailmakers. Ha ha ha, there we go. There's one of the wheel arches. And yeah, looks like a good position. Okay, the wheel arches are on. However, I'm a little bit like worried that's too high though. Oh man, so many choices. I'm just happy I get a lot of creative freedom with this build. Because it might look better if this was lower. But then again, I don't know. So we're just going to keep it like this for now. Oh, I also need to clean up the back end now. Okay, I've managed to actually try and make the back of the car here. And I had to change those lights because I realized they are actually exhausts or something like that. But again, I'm still worried that these wheel arches are too high. I just don't know. I feel like compared to this model, those wheel arches connect with these red parts on the side, and mine are just not like in the right place. But we're gonna soldier on anyway. If this does come back to bite me and make my build look very goofy, I do have a secret weapon, and that is pistons. Yes, pistons and hinges are gonna be my best friend when interesting slopes and shapes are happening. Okay, we've skipped to page 38 now, and it has been confirmed that these are seats. So we can happily remove those and grab an actual seat here. And we can fit 2 of them inside this build. Just make one of them a passenger seat and then paint them red. Oh yeah, there you go. Oh wait, the steering wheel is on the left, so we have to do a quick swap. We gotta stay as accurate as possible. Ooh, I like this. We have the doors coming along now. And it looks like these doors actually hinge in just a little bit, which is actually possible to do. Okay, we got some hinges down. I need to delete one of these blocks and add a logic block, specifically the NOR gate, which is going to give me an always active output unless I put anything in, and just connect those up to the hinges. Continuity, let's paint that yellow. And with these hinges, let's paint these yellow. And we're going to turn down the angle to about 5. Yeah, just 5. Now, with this NOR gate connected to these hinges, it should allow my hinges to turn in without having an input, and I can actually make, or try my best to make those doors there. But the new problem is that there are connection points on these blocks, so we got to get rid of those really quick and swap them out. We're gonna use some, I don't know, some distance sensors. There we go. Paint those black. They won't do anything but provide a flat surface, so there is no connection there. Which means I have free reign to mess around with this door. Okay, that's one door. Let's spawn it in for the first time and see if it works. Oh my god. It's actually working. No way. However, I don't like that glow from those distance sensors, though. You know what? We're just going to cover it all with a decal. Let's get a nice black decal over those. Just like Lego, we have stickers. And of course, do the same to the other side. Dude, I'm actually cooking. Look at this. Also, I can go one step further and hide these hinges by using a shield block. Yeah, let's use the 2x2. Look at that. Oh, moving on to page 48, I just realized that the back here is actually the engine bay. So, we need to get rid of some blocks here because we need to actually put in a working engine. All right, I got my engine. I want to use the dragon engine, but I don't want to use this skin. I want to use that skin, and that looks pretty awesome. Here we go. Let's put that in. Put another one in. And we have our 2 engines inside. I'm pretty sure that there's going to be... Yeah, there we go. There's a glass piece that's going to go over the engines to kind of show them off a bit. But, you know, I just have to deal with them inside the build. But we are going to paint them gray, just like on the model. I could actually go one step further here and add some pipe pieces into the side. Oh, that's looking dope. There's your engine. And now I gotta make the back windscreen here, the piece of glass. And I'm gonna be simple and just use some wedges. Don't want to make things too complicated for myself. But what's really cool about Trailmakers is I can actually get some transparent blocks by using the texture. Oh, those are actually white. There you go. And I gotta figure out how to connect that. Looks like they're connected here by this red piece. Just gonna put these 1x3s in there and paint it red. And there you go. That's that section done. Looking good. Oh, why? Why did it have to get more complicated? There's actually like a jagged step down. Damn it! Okay, I have no idea how I'm gonna pull this off. Trailmakers doesn't have any 1x1 blocks, let alone 1x1 tile pieces. So realistically, I don't know how I'm going to achieve this. Okay, I've tried my absolute best here. I've used a combination of the panels, the large side mirror accessory piece, and some wedges here. And if I paint those white, should be able to get away with this. Oh yeah, you can't paint the mirrors. We're gonna have to do a decal here. Decals will slowly become my best friend in this project, because I can do things like this to give the illusion that that's like a small piece. Jumping forward to page 60 here, I've noticed that there are some stickers being used in the set, and I'm going to use my decals and try and figure out what's like the closest to the Ferrari logo. All right, I figured it out. We're using a police badge. So there's one Ferrari logo, and let's just copy it across to the other side. I'm just spawning it in and realizing that the angle we done the doors is just not kind of working right now. I don't know if that's because there's other blocks in front of it. There are weld groups in Trailmakers that... Like, let me have a look here. Yeah, weld groups can affect things, and some blocks just can't collide. So I don't know. That's not actually... Yeah, that's broken. That is actually broken. Oh, I just realized what it was. It's this piece. I'm so stupid. You got to be careful, guys. You have to be careful because I missed that. Now there's no connection to this part. They should go in again. Yeah, there you go. We got the doors working again. Oh, I think I know what's happening here on page 61. There are some wedges being used because I believe the hood of the car is going to fold down. But I do gotta get the rest of the wheel arches on. Also, taking a look at this piece here with the sticker on, I believe those are pop-up headlights. I could be wrong because I'm not too familiar with the car itself, but we do actually have a block in the game that can do that effect. I can actually open them. We're gonna have a functional Lego car, guys. Again, the only problem is that these blocks are part of the wheel arch and these are sticking out forward a little bit more, and that's kind of annoying because I don't want a really long car. We just don't want a really long Ferrari. Okay, never mind. I suppose they're not pop-up lights, but I've tried my best to replicate the front of the Ferrari. It's looking really goofy, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I need to shorten the build somehow. So we're actually going to skip forward just a little bit. I know we're skipping out on the back here of the car really quick, but we're going to skip forward to see where the wheels are. Right, there we go. The wheels. And we got to try and make these wheels look good, guys. That's the main thing. If I can put these wheels on and get the wheel arches to look right, then I can slightly adjust the car. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the power of pistons. Now with these pistons, it'll actually allow me to pull in the wheels and have them at a specific distance because the starting position 0, the wheels in look really weird. So let's do 0.2. All I gotta do is disable the controls on there. And with the pistons on max speed, I spawn it in. And then we get the wheels to protrude a little bit. There you go. Okay, yeah, this... Those wheel arches are too high. They're just too high. We gotta fix this. We seriously need to. I can only follow these Lego instructions so far. There we go. I figured out how to make this look a lot better. So, instead of moving the wheel arches, I've actually moved the wheels up. So the wheels fit in a lot better and the car sits a lot lower now. Okay, now that I figured out the situation with the wheels, we can actually get back to where we were. And doing the lights on the front here, they look really bad. But there is the little Ferrari logo again right here, so let's just add that really quick. There you go, little logo, nice. Here's where things get a little interesting. It looks like from page 78 here and onwards, it's making the true back of the car. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks really good. That actually makes me feel a lot better from this shoddy design I have at the back here. Also, I noticed the car is like somehow 8 studs across. And mine is still 6. So I don't know how that's happened, but you know, we're here now. I've got to stick to the 6x6 dimensions. Do you know what? I don't care. We've come all this way. Now to achieve these, so these are the real exhausts. I can use this air intake. There you go. Look at that. Also, there's a life hack here. I can use decals again to replicate these plates with the whole, like grid kind of plates. I don't know what they're actually called in Lego. But to achieve that effect, I can just use this vent decal. Look at that. I'm definitely shortening the car down by 1. It just has to be done. This thing is getting way too long now. Oh, this is exciting. We get to make the spoiler now. And I know exactly how I want to pull this off. So with these pieces here, we can use these, the rounded wedges. And then we can actually use the in-game spoiler we already have. Okay, now we're on page 101, and it's time to add the windscreen. Now, unfortunately, we don't have this piece either in Trailmakers, so I'm gonna have to make my own. But a big problem is the seats. You see how there's a hitbox on the seat? I can't actually build in that physical space. This is where my good friend the pistons come back into play. I mean, we do actually have some in-game windscreens, but look at that. That's not gonna fit, is it? Like, that looks so silly. Maybe this one? No, that's too small. Yeah, it's definitely looking like I'm gonna have to build a custom one. Okay, that was really painful to make, but we managed to make it in the end. So, yeah, it's a mess. I'm not gonna lie. I've definitely built better in this game, but I'm following a Lego build instruction sheet here, and I'm just trying to make things as accurate as possible, which is actually turning out to be really difficult. But when I spawn it in, it should go down, and it looks okay, I guess. It'll do. Next, we need to add some little mirrors, and on here, it's actually using spoons, which I actually find that really creative. But how I'm gonna do my mirrors is just like this, using a transparent L bracket and a rounded mirror piece. I'll just put that on the other side as well. And those look okay, I guess. I really don't have any confidence with this build, do I? All right, back to the wheels. We can put the wheels back on. I definitely didn't skip forward to fix the wheels, but, you know, here we are. It's actually good because I can put some bigger wheels on the back because we don't have the hinge block. Oh, that's going to make the wheels look funny, though, isn't it? Fine, fine. We'll do the same wheels, but I'll duplicate them like this for extra traction. And spawn it in. And I think we have built our very own Lego Ferrari. Look at that. I think what I'm finally going to do is just go around adding the little, like, sticker decals here on the sides. Just go around and try and make that as nice as possible. And then we're actually officially done with this creation. And there you go. Those small details go a long way. Like, look at this. I've tried to be as accurate as possible to the actual Lego creation here. Let's give it a save. And let's actually get a proper look at this thing. So, it's not bad for what it is, right? It's, like, not bad. For the scale, it was actually quite difficult. Again, I have no idea how it went from, like, 6 across to 8 across. I must have missed something in the instructions. But I do like how it's 6 across. It actually feels a lot more natural. But I'm actually happy that I pulled this off. I successfully managed to replicate a Lego creation inside of Trailmakers. There we go. I was missing those 2 stickers there. Now it's complete. I mean, I could just keep adding onto this all day, to be honest. And the best thing about this is that the fact that I can actually play around with it in a physics sandbox game like Trailmakers. It's now a physical thing within my game, and I could drive it instead of it being a Lego model and sitting on my shelf for the rest of eternity. I did manage to put 3 Dragon engines in here, so let's just test out the speed. Oh, we're capping out at 107 miles per hour. Oh no. Not the fastest car in this game, to be honest. But there you go, my first Lego creation successfully built in Trailmakers. If you want to see me do more Lego creations in Trailmakers, leave a suggestion of what Lego set I should build next. I'm planning on having this to be like an actual series I do on the channel because, you know what, this was actually quite fun. The last thing I want to do is just confirm how many blocks I use. So I use 158 blocks and the real build is 318 blocks. So I've used less than 50% of the actual pieces to try and make this. I think that's pretty successful in my eyes. Also, guys, don't forget to leave a rating down below. I want to know what you guys think of this creation. Is it good? Is it bad? Or is it just in the middle? But thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.